I'm causing mayhem every motherfucking Mondays from now on, and I want y'all to bring it. No, you got your man out there doing bigger and better things. Okay? And I blame, Trey asked a good question. How did it get so bad? I blame y'all. Because y'all been sitting on the fucking sidelines, letting these women do this bullshit, not setting boundaries, not telling women no, fuck off. And that's why we do what you allow us to do. You are one I love to hate and hate to love, but at the end of the day, I love you, baby girl. Come on the panel, let's go, please. Let's go. You're going to be in market, but you might go back limping. What's going on? What's going on to all my embracers on the Black Man Unfiltered Network causing mayhem on Monday night? You know how it is. So how's everybody's day today? Mine was good. Mine was long, but my Yankees won. I was able to watch the game while I was at work, so I was good with that. A lot of things going on, and I'm going to leave it to all the other content creators to talk about all that. I'm still going to keep talking about issues that affect us right now, today, tomorrow. Okay, so everybody else can talk about other things, but we're going to talk about alimony today. And we're going to talk about the fuckery with alimony. We're going to watch a video of things that are happening, and things are changing with the laws of alimony. Because if my boy Trey was here, he would already say, what's the point of getting married? And I can kind of understand it. I'm going to set a scenario for you, especially for you ladies. And I need you to really make me understand how you guys think this is okay. You marry a guy that's already well established. You get the 666 that you're looking for. You get the 6 foot tall guy, you get the 6-pack abs, and you get the 6 figures. And as he's with you, he's growing and growing and working and working and working and working. And finally, he makes himself a multimillionaire. Okay, great. You pop out 2-3 babies. You had a good run for 10, 11 years. Now, all of a sudden, you find yourself bored at home. You find yourself no longer sexually satisfied. And whatever reason the case may be, you find yourself wanting a divorce. Do you really, honestly, wholeheartedly think it's cool for you to take half of this man's earnings when you ain't do shit in the 10, 11 years y'all were together as far as his business goes? Now, I don't want y'all females throwing to me, oh, well, we had his kids. Oh, well, we took care of the house. We did this. We did that. That's what the fuck you supposed to do. You don't get a gold star for doing what you're supposed to do. You get a gold star for going above and beyond. You signed up for that shit when you married. If he was the protector and the provider and provided for you, then you and him are going to take care of the kids. You didn't work a day in your life in 10, 11 years. And now you think that it's okay to take half of everything? And then on top of that, child support? And then on top of that, alimony? I'm like, who do we really think we are as women? The audacity. Now, this is not for the women that put in the work with their husbands, that helped him lay bricks down, that made the cement mix and help him build his business. Those women don't count because they put the work in. They went to work every day and ran and was his office manager and did the books, answered the phones. See, that I'm cool with because you earned your share. But to the women here who came into a marriage where they're not a pot to piss in or window to throw it out of, and they walk away with millions of dollars of his hard-earned blood, sweat, and tears, I think is bullshit. And I think that you men need to do more to try to fix it, because it's absolutely ridiculous. And we're going to talk about a state where it's already changing. It's already changing. If none of y'all seen the thumbnail, DeSantis, he changed the alimony law. And I'm telling you, other states in the United States are going to catch on slowly but surely. And it's going to make it hard for you females to call yourselves just jumping up and getting a divorce for irreconcilable differences, for any petty ass excuse. Oh, I'm bored. He doesn't sexually satisfy me anymore. I want to expand my horizons. I have to go find myself. Go get a hobby. Go read a book. Go get therapy. How are you going to put in all these years with this man and your kids and then take this? I mean, when I was doing the research, they have alimony they have to pay up to 40% of their gross income. And let's not forget child support. So where does that leave the man, ladies and gentlemen? Once again, the men are always getting the shitty end of the stick. Why is that? And when men are the most valuable resources on this planet. And I know a lot of y'all women will argue with me because, again, you know, y'all think that men are useless. Absolutely, Anissa. That's why you get a prenup. You damn right. Absolutely. But a lot of people are not there yet. But let's be honest, most can't get $300 for child support, much less alimony. Well, you know what? When a woman decides to get divorced, and then you're on your own, you don't want to be with that man anymore. So why should you still have access to his resources? This is a consequence. Child support, yes. Health insurance, yes. But to get 40% of his earnings just because you were bored or you wanted to expand your horizon? I'm sorry, Anissa. I just feel that it's grimy, it's slimy, and especially if the bitch don't deserve it when she didn't do nothing. Nah, exactly. They don't deserve anything if they file for divorce. Exactly. You want a divorce from the man, but you don't want a divorce from his resources. Make that make sense to me, ladies. A lot of y'all are selfish and self-entitled. And I don't like it because it makes women like me be cornered into that same box. And I'm not like that. And trust me, I know about prenups because I had my ex-husband sign a prenup. Well, some of it was my money, but a lot of the money that I had was my dad working over 30 years, 6:30 in the morning to 9 o'clock at night sometimes. He invented a machine that he ended up buying the factory, and he became owner of the factory and became global. Anissa says, if he files, should she get alimony? If he, well, if he files, should she get alimony? No, I don't think once the marriage is over, the resources is over. You're a grown ass woman and you should be able to take care of yourself. Okay? Now the children, yes, child support, I agree. Life insurance and health insurance, yes, I agree. But to take care of you, a grown ass woman who is able body to go to work, but you just choose to get divorced for a measly reason and break up a family because you're bored? No, you don't deserve it. Take your ass back to work and go do what you got to do. If he flies and she's not doing her job as a wife, it takes a lot for a man to leave. That means she wasn't shit if he files. And you're right, Anissa, because most divorces are initiated by women. Exactly, Miss Mo. How you doing, beautiful? I haven't seen you in a while, but I see you on TikTok. How you doing, beautiful? And thank you for showing up today. Don't forget, and guys, don't forget to press the like, subscribe button, and don't forget to go to my channel and press that like button, like, subscribe, and share, because we're all growing here. What Black Man Unfiltered is trying to do is create a buffet so we can all eat, and we got shows for you 7 days a week. So make sure you take care of all the content creators that are on the network. Go to their channel, press the like over there, and then come back over here. Okay? But I need those likes. Okay? I need some comments in my chat so we can get the algorithm going. But the fact still remains that I think is bullshit. I really do. Yes, a prenup protects a man. But the thing is, Anissa, a prenup only protects a man on what he has on the day before he gets married. So let's use an example. Man gets married to his beautiful wife and he has $1 million. That prenup is only going to protect that $1 million. Let's say he's worth $4 million once they get the divorce. She's entitled to 50% of that $3 million because it's considered assets accrued throughout the duration of the marriage. But she didn't do shit. And you're just supposed to get 50%? Make that make sense to me. Is there such a thing as a post? No, I'm not sure, Anissa. Auntie Wisdom became a YouTube member. I know that's right, Miss Wisdom. Go ahead with your bad self. Yup, absolutely. We all got to be each other's member on each other's channel so the money just keeps circulating through the BMU network. I'm not monetized yet, so I'm hoping that I just get it all back when I get monetized. Malina Trimp has done several post-nups. Okay, she's a smart woman, but she ain't going nowhere. She gonna ride it out on this until the wheels fall off. Okay, but she'll get the Social Security, she'll get the pay, she'll get that. She ain't going nowhere. As unhappy and miserable as she is, she ain't going nowhere. I mean, she don't need to. She'll be good, you know. But I'm really wanting to touch again, Anissa and everybody else, all my women in the chat. This is just pertaining to the women who really didn't do shit. All they did was get up every morning, look pretty, look sexy, and just really didn't do a trophy wife, a Barbie wife. The fact is she negotiated for herself. Absolutely. Black Man Unfiltered says, I will fold Millennia up like a pair of pants in a laundromat just because. Wow. Here we go with the BS. But let's talk about it. I have the official definition of alimony. Alimony, also known as spousal support or maintenance of financial support paid by one spouse to another after a divorce or legal separation. The purpose of alimony is to help ensure that the lower earning spouse doesn't experience a significant decline in their quality of life after the divorce, especially if the couple was married for a long time and there's a big difference in their incomes. Alimony can be granted temporarily while the divorce is in progress or after the divorce is final, and up to 40% of that spouse's income. Come on, man. If you're worried about the quality of your life, then you shouldn't get divorced. But now you look greedy. Now it makes me think, did you only marry him for the money? You put in 10 years, you popped out a couple babies just to show face. And it was this man waking up at 5 o'clock in the morning every day, going to work, putting in the hours, the blood, the sweat, and the tears. And you're telling me that it's okay for a woman to get 40% of his income, plus child support, plus life insurance, plus health insurance for the kids? I mean, damn. So we're not expecting for that man to have a life. What about his quality of life? What about his latter part of the life? Now he's going to have to start over from scratch when it comes to a woman and putting together a new family or a new wife. So does he not get the opportunity to do that? Or is it just for us women? I don't like it. I don't like it. It's unfair and it's BS. And I'm glad that DeSantis has changed the laws. He has tried on 3 different occasions and it didn't get passed, but it finally did. What did it do? The new Florida law institute caps now on alimony. For a rehabilitative alimony and durational, capped at 5 years. It's no longer until the rest of her life. She made his life easier so he could accomplish those goals, but not 40% of his income. I agree with you, Anissa. I'm not saying that she should get anything, but not 40%. And how did he make it easier? Didn't he make her life easier too? I mean, you know me. I'm just going to flip it. I'm just going to flip it. Didn't he make her life easier too by her not having to go to work? By her being able to stay at home? But he's the one that has to give up 40% of his income. She should not get a dime. You leave with what you came with. Exactly. You'll get child support for the children. The children will be on the help, but go back to work and make your own money. Oh, you can't afford that mortgage? Oh, well, guess you're going to have to sell the house and split it in half. Anissa, men do more for us than we do for men. And if you believe otherwise, then I don't know what to tell you. Okay? No child support. I'm taking the kids too. I hear you, Black Man Unfiltered, but you know that's going to be a rough climb up the hill because we already know you got to follow the money trail. That's all it's about. We're funding judges' pensions. Child support, it was proven that child support funds the judges' pensions. Child support keeps money circulating in the federal government. Child support he's paying the mortgage because I got the kids. Okay, but you don't no longer need that big house. You don't need that big house. You want a divorce, you give up everything else. You don't need that 5-bedroom house now. There's less one person. You don't need all that house. No. And what if he wants the kids, Anissa? Look at BMU. He's talking about he wants the kids. He's paying the mortgage because I got the kids. Okay. I mean, he's doing what he's supposed to be doing. So why should he still bullshit at Anissa? I'm not paying shit because she got the kids. Okay. He did what he was supposed to do as a family unit. But is he still supposed to pay the mortgage when he's not even at the house and you got the next man laying up in there? I mean, come on now. Wow. So just because you got the kids, that means you don't have to pay your own mortgage? Exactly. Here we go. Are you men saying that black women ain't got no money? I remember a time you lived off of her welfare check along with her 7 kids. Here we go. First of all, who said black men? No, it's my show, Lady D. So no black man is saying shit in here right now. They're saying their opinions. And how many gold diggers and women live off of men? I mean, so that's minute. You pay for your kids unless I get remarried. Yeah, but yeah, you pay child support, not a mortgage, not your car payment, not your nails, not for your hair, not for your lace front. You pay for the kids. You pay for the. I cannot wait till they get the money on child support on a card, and you get a statement every month, and the judge can see what you're spending your money on. That's going to be a good one too. And it's coming down the pipe because men are getting tired. Just not enough men are tired enough because it's cheaper to keep her sometimes. Miss Mo, average man makes $46,000 a year. There is no dog on alimony. What are we talking about? LOL. We're talking about, okay, again, if it doesn't apply, let it fly. We're talking about the men that have come up. We're talking about the men that have put all this work and time and energy and effort, and now all of a sudden, after 10 years, you want to get divorced, but you're expected to get half of everything, plus alimony and plus child support. When does it end? When does it end? Anissa, you crazy as hell. Why would I pay your mortgage? You must be with a dummy. That would never happen to men who got some sense. Yeah, you're right, but Black Men Unfiltered, there's a lot. You black women expect a white man and taxpayers to pay for your damn kids, but don't ask the father for nothing but a piece of penis. I don't know who you talking about, Lady D, but I don't fuck with nobody that fucks like that. That must be your environment. And Miss Mo says, sounds like someone's bitter. Yeah, she needs counseling. She needs help. Hey, honey, how you doing? Thank you for coming. You're welcome to come up. You know, I wish I could have found. I try to get a hold of my old supervisor who I really felt bad for. This man put in all his life and worked long hours, and he had a new girlfriend, and he had to pay all this alimony, and he fought and fought and fought, and nope, the courts didn't care. But now with this new law in Florida, he happy as a pig in shit because he went and got a remodification, and now she's sick. You should have been saving some of that money. You should have been investing some of that money, but we come so dependent. And then this is what I'm talking about. The thing that kills me, hey, Cataliana, I hope I said that right. ¿Cómo tú estás, mi amor? Ah, you guys didn't know I knew how to speak Spanish. But I'm like, how many years was he supposed to pay? Alexa, be quiet. How many years was he supposed to pay her? I mean, come on now. And she wasn't going to remarry because nobody would have wanted that bitter ass, wrinkled up prune. But she divorced him, thinking that the grass was green on the other side. It's not. It's not green on the other side. It's where you water it. It's where you water. What's up, Young Money? How you doing, my dear? We talking about this punk ass alimony. You see what primetime Deion Sanders did? Took the kids, the properties, and the money. Follow his blueprint. Exactly. There's some smart men out there. I should have read up on that and brought that up, but I'm glad you did, black man. Okay. There's some men here that are not stupid. So Deion Sanders was entitled to get 40% alimony when she ain't the one that picked up a football. didn't run, didn't exercise, didn't do shit. But she's supposed to get 40% plus half plus child support. I mean, again, when does it end? When does it end? And when does it start for the men? So I have a video here. Then this is what kind of she didn't get shit embraced. I know that's right, and she don't deserve shit. She don't. Cause what did she really do? She raised the kids. Isn't that what she's supposed to do? Again, you don't get a gold star for doing things you're supposed to do. You get married, you have a kids, you're a wife, you're a mother, you take care of your duties. Period. Now you guys want to start getting paid for you for doing what your duties are? I mean, really. Hey Lamont, how are you today?
Pretty good. What's going on?
Nothing much, but nothing much. I haven't talked to you or seen you around. Thank you for coming. Thank you for joining the panel. And before we do hit this video, I know you've heard me talking. What say you? What do you have to say so far about this?
Well, I'm in California and
Mm.
I'm a content creator and father's rights, divorce laws, child custody laws, that's, what I do. That is the topic that I cover.
Ooh,
You touched
okay.
on a lot. You touched on a lot of very good issues, and one thing that I'm, taken aback by is the very little attention that is paid to this issue by the Black civil rights leaders and Black civil rights organizations. Where is the NAACP? Where is the National Action Network? Where is Al Sharpton? Where is the Urban League in this issue? An issue, Malcolm X said that, well, maybe it wasn't Malcolm X, but I can't, want to quote my source properly. But the quote is that, when white people have a cold, black people have the flu. Okay, because this issue affects black people. It affects black families 2 to 3 times as hard. We can see, the jails are filled with the products of these black women-led households. In California, 85% of inmates are the product of single mother-led households. Okay, now to a couple things you had touched on and talked about a lot of things, but I think there's about a half dozen things that need to happen as they pertain to actual reform to family law. Okay,
Let's talk about them.
first of all, fault divorce needs to be an option. It needs to at least be an option. Okay, we need to go back to what divorce was pre 1970. You needed a reason to get divorced, and couldn't be nothing frivolous. It had to be something serious because marriage is the cornerstone of society. And anybody that believes in feminism, anybody believes in no fault divorce, all this stuff that is going on, you could just see the decline. I always ask people the question simply: does it seem like society is headed in the right direction since 1970? It's
No,
it's about
I would
it's
say
about
no.
the wheels are about to fall off. I don't think about another generation and the wheels are going to fall off. You're going to start seeing. I mean, you could already see the societal collapse. Once again, the 85% of inmates are the product of single mother-led households. Just about all of the school shooters come from single mother-led households. Okay. Some more reforms. No fault. If we're going to have such a thing as no fault divorce, it really needs to be no fault. You've already talked about this. You're not entitled. Where else in law? Where else in the world? Right? If you break a contract, are you entitled to anything? Where
You're
else
in
in the
breach
world?
of contract.
Where else in the world do you get something for breaking a contract? So alimony only applies to fault marriages where there's a grieved spouse and a grieved spouse. And what that means is, the typical historical story of the dad who's out making all the money and he's screwing his secretary, right? He leaves his
Hmm.
woman high and dry. That is what alimony is for.
Okay,
Okay, to take care of
but
somebody who has been at home. She's, let all her, her degree doesn't mean anything no more because it was 10 years ago when she got it.
mhm.
All she has no work skills. It's for that person. Okay, and child custody, that providing for a child and taking care of a child is the equal responsibility of both parents. So that child is the custody 50% of both parents, barring a criminal conviction of child abuse against the child. That's the only thing that would void a 50-50 custodial agreement. Um, Family law should not even be uh, only thing they should adjudicate on is like a criminal matter that has already been settled upon in real court, criminal court. And they just, now that they have this conviction in their hand, then they can do something about custody. But up until that point, it's 50-50 on the kids, and y'all divide the assets however it's divided, whatever type of marriage it was, fault versus no fault. And should I, my divorce took 4 years, I would say, out of pocket at least $200,000, and I
Mm.
lost about $600,000 worth of equity in a home. We bought at the bottom of the market at 275. This house right now is valued at about 875. So that's real, money that I can point to that my divorce cost me. So it's you know it's
Damn.
it's it's the destruction of society. It ain't just black people, because in all honesty, I think that black men, we get it better. White men really get treated worse than black men in this. I always say that, the fact that I married a black woman, the judge
Hmm.
always, I think I'm a pretty good judge of character. I believe that the Lord has blessed me with the spirit of discernment, and I could always just tell that this judge was just looking at me and my wife like we was just two dumb ninjas. I didn't use the real word. I said ninja.
I know.
Okay,
Hmm.
two dumb ninjas that can't get they stuff together. Let me hurry up and get them out of here. Okay, but white men, did they go upside white men's head, because most, because like when CPS gets involved, the police get involved, the school get involved, white kids are more susceptible to the tricks that CPS plays. With black kids, the black experience in this country, black kids always look at, CPS, the school, the police. They always look at, there's always an us versus them, right? And my children never really, they always told the truth. That's one thing that they told on their mama. My oldest son has a bad, him and his mom was kind of, they wasn't seeing eye to eye for a little bit there, but it was because he told the truth. So
And the truth will set you free.
it's it's um it's something that us as black people, we gotta get this corrected. I don't know if you've ever had CPS in your life, but one of the first things a CPS investigator will ask you is if you have Native American ancestry in your background. And this is a page that black people need to copy. Okay, during this up until about the 70s, CPS was going upside Native Americans' head. They was taking their kids left and right, and they fought this all the way to the Supreme Court, and it's called the Indian Child Welfare Act. It's called ICWA,
Mm.
ICWA. What that gave the Indians is full due process protections when it comes to their kids. And not only that, I think it takes us a step further, that issue, the reason why CPS asked you that question, because if the answer is yes, CPS is out of the picture. Okay, that
Ooh.
issue now goes to their court, their tribal court. And I think in Los Angeles, the chapter of the Black Lives Matter Los Angeles, they were kind of picking up on this idea, because they had a defund CPS drive going on, because in Los Angeles County, black people are like 30%. We're only 12% of the LA County population, but like 30% of foster care placement. So it's kind of the same thing that's going on. It's disproportional to our representation in society, and I think we need to borrow a page from the Equal Playbook.
That's some good information, and thank you for that. You guys, this is why I love doing the shows that I do, because people bring in value information, and now black men can start looking into this. I just learned a couple days ago that in, I think it's North or South Carolina, where you have to wait at least a year to get divorced. So you have to officially be separated at least a year before you can even file for divorce. And I guess that's to give people time. Maybe people
To
can
reconcile.
reconcile. They push you to go through everything through the mediator versus going to trial, going to court, because the courts get also tired of trying to separate pots and pans and all this drama. And this is said is South Carolina. No, 18 said it's South Carolina. Same in Maryland, and lots of states have that rule. Hey Trey, I know this is a topic that's going to be close to your heart, but I'm not with this shit with this alimony, because I will be damned if I see that my son, which he has ideas. You mean a black man managed to raise a straight son? How'd he do that? Lady D, shut up. Shut up. Okay? Because no shots to the rainbow community, because some of my best friends are in that community. Okay? But let me tell you something. It's the black woman that uplifts that community.
You
Number
got that
one.
right. That's their number
Okay?
one ally. That's their number one ally.
That's it. You would rather have a gay black man friend than a husband.
I'm kind of retarded.
Don't give me that bullshit. You guys are the number one instigators of this lifestyle. You push your sons into it. You don't stop it when behavior is going on. I wish I would have seen my son dressed up in a dress.
You're wicked.
Wicked.
You're wicked.
That's right.
You're wicked.
Back in Leviticus.
You're wicked.
Amen.
Oh, it's nothing. It's cute. They just playing. Man. My son one day asked me, why isn't that he can't play with dolls? I told him straight up, you're too young to play with dolls. Your toys are trucks and cars and all of that. Now, when he used to hang out with his baby cousin, he wanted to see what it was about. And really, little girls love dolls because they put themselves in mother mode and that they're taking care of the baby and stuff like that. But no, I was very mindful and intentional with the things that my son saw, was exposed to, all of that. We had to have that conversation at the age of 8 versus what I thought would be the age of 12. But that's neither here or there. We're getting a little bit off topic. But Lady D, no, don't bring up that BS, because we need to support our own community before we start supporting a whole new community. Okay? And it's not fair to the men who did right, who did what they're supposed to do, took care of their business, and they still get dried out to the cleaners. It's just not fair. Trey, I'm talking about alimony and how it's bullshit. And this is one of the main reasons. Look at Trey. Who the hell is this troll? Oh Lord. That's what we get over here, sweetheart. That's exactly what they are. A damn troll. Troll on the stroll. Patrolling. But it's just not fair. You're not even giving a chance. It's like it's set up. It really is. It's just like the system. When you go to jail, you do your time, and then you come back out to try to build your life up again, but then nobody wants to hire you. Nobody wants to give you a second chance. Nobody trusts you, but you've already served your debt to society. Same thing with marriage. You want to leave this man, you want a divorce for frivolous reasons, but then you expect to get 40% in alimony, half of everything, plus child support, plus life insurance. Where's the man in all this? Why is it always about the fucking woman? I need to know. Am I missing something? Because we're not all that great. We're really not. We may think we are, but we're really not. Have we brought forth to this society? Absolutely. Are we valuable to this society? Absolutely. But I'm sorry, and you guys are always going to know. I'm always going to think the men are the prize. Men are the ones that decipher marriage. We have access to sex, but men decide if they want to be in a relationship with you. Men are the ones that have to ask you to get. There's no wedding unless a man asks you to marry him. You can have all the sex in the world, but until he asks you to be his wife, you are just a booty call. I mean, I know it's harsh, ladies, and I know this is not something, and some, if Trump becomes president, black women are leaving the country and we're taking Joe Biden with us. You Negroes will slave on your own. I'm not helping you. Goodbye and good luck, Lady D.
Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. For a nigga slap fire out.
Goodbye and good luck. You think this world is gonna hurt? Some men are the prize. No, yeah, you're right. Not all men are the prize, but I will. He said bullshit. I still think that overall men are the prize. We come from a man. Okay? We come from the ribs of a man. Man was put here on earth first, not woman. Yes, men are the grand prize. Thank you, 18. Thank you. So let's watch this video. And let's see. I got excited when I saw this video because I'm hoping it comes to the United States and all y'all gold diggers are going to be shitting in y'all pants. BMU, can you please play the video?
Kenya has ended all divorce settlements.
Kenya has abolished 50% divorce settlements for women, and here is why. First of all, the idea of splitting a man's matrimonial property with a woman has been proven to be problematic, specifically in the Western countries where divorce is incentivized. Meanwhile, it's becoming popular in certain liberal African countries. A woman marries a man for a couple of years and make a few babies with him, and the next thing you know is she's filing for a divorce. And she's doing this seeking 50% of the man's wealth. And so a 5-man Supreme Court judges in Kenya considered all that's involved in these situations and voted unanimously in favor of amending that law, which President Ruto has signed into law since last year. The new law provides settlement for the lady based on either the financial contribution she's put into their marriage or a certain percentage is allocated to her based on their number of kids, their ages, and also because she provided a conducive home for the husband to live and thrive. I love women, don't get me wrong, and I will never wish bad for them. But the rate of divorce and the reasons behind why the women are quick to file for divorce are getting absurd, ladies and gentlemen. It's clear that in many cases the women wouldn't have married the guy if not for the man's money. But we cannot reward that with half of the man's hard-earned wealth when the lady decides to walk away. And in line with that, I think what the Nigerian novelist wrote is totally true. And Neke the bird says that since men have learned to shoot without missing, he has learned to fly without perching. End of quote. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for every man to be aware of the times and the trends. Don't be charmed by beauty, for it won't last. Find a woman who isn't carried away by money and easily manipulated by the trends of friends.
Ooh, I love that. You got to put in money into the marriage too. No more my money is your money and my money is my money. And I hope that this same concept comes here to the United States. Y'all will think twice about getting married. Y'all will think twice about getting divorced. I am hoping that this comes to the United States. Cut the check. Exactly. Why should you get anything if you came into this marriage with nothing? But if you poured into it and you put money into the marriage, then you should be able, then yes, you're, look, if the wife was a good wife and she deserves it and she did her part, I have no problem with it. But to continue to pain until she dies, nah. And a lot of women purposely don't remarry. They'll stay shacking up with a man. They won't get married knowing they monetarily benefit. Exactly. So they were purposely not made. All you have to do is the Pookies and Ray Rays marry the hyenas where nobody get nothing. Checkmate. And Young Money, you know that's not going to happen. You know that's not going to happen. Or we could take all the hyenas and Pookie Ray Rays and put them on a whole separate island and let them deal with it. Again, if the spouse, if she was a good wife and she was doing what she was supposed to be doing, I don't have a problem with it. And I like look, 5 years should be plenty of time to get your feet back up, get a job, and get your life together. I think 5 years is generous. 2 or 3 years should be good enough. Because if they will get it through child support without marriage. That part. So scorched earth, this is what I say. Stop having kids with hyenas. Family court should only deal with adoptions. I mean, I gotta put some of it on the men. If you're dealing with a chick and she already got 5 kids with 4 different baby daddies, why in the hell would you impregnate her? I mean, I can't just get on my ladies too. I gotta get on y'all too. Y'all don't be thinking. Y'all get misled by the little head sometimes too now. I get it. She allowed you to shoot up the club. But it's also y'all responsibility too. I'll give y'all at least 20% of the responsibility. You don't want no kids? If you don't want no kids with no hyena, then strap it up. Strap it up. Because I'm not going to embrace you. I'm not going to feel sorry for you because you knew what you was getting into. You knew what you was getting into. Now, if this is a chick that has no kids and you feeling her, pussy must be smelling like casket pillows and y'all spraying it down. Why did I just read that? So, Grace, why aren't you advocating for Black women to have no rights? You will publicly say that. If not, you should be aware that Black women get nothing in divorce, and that was divorced on top of that. You seem to gloss over that. Let me read that again, because my comprehension skills. So, Grace, why aren't you advocating for Black women to have no rights? Why aren't you? Why am I not advocating? You will publicly say that. If not, you should be aware Black women got nothing in divorce and was divorced on top of that. You seem to gloss over that. First of all, I never even said Black women. I'm just talking about shit overall. You guys are always the one that want to corner me into Black women. I just said women. DV equals domestic violence. Okay. So got nothing in divorce and was DV'd on top of that. You seem to gloss over that. Okay, let's talk about it. This is why I love you, Travel One. You're not disrespectful. You bring up questions, not like this one right here. So you think you're going to take my kids and get money out of me? Take your ass to welfare. That's the only way you getting some money. Shut up, Lady D. You sound so ignorant. You really do.
Shut the fuck up.
Men are not on welfare. It's mostly women, and obviously it's mostly white women. If you really want to know the freaking truth, but at the end of the day, men can make it without welfare. Men can make it without government assistance. Can you? Can women make it without it? Come on now. Hey Trey, how you doing, Papa? I knew you was gonna come up here. I knew you wasn't gonna be able to contain. I'm like, Trey coming up tonight. This is your topic right here. Smelly pussy smells better than shit on a dick. Well, that's because you had anal. Anyway, let me stop. Let's get to the topic at hand. Lady D.
I don't know how to hog tie people. What would I hog tie?
Okay, Trey, what say you?
I mean, personally, it's the reason why I've avoided marriage. Divorce is the issue. It's the ease in which they can do it. I once had a former female friend who divorced her husband, and he actually started making quite a bit of money during their separation. Not actually while they were in happy times. He wasn't doing that well. But when after about 2 months after they had gone through the separation process, they got a really good promotion at his job and pushed him over 6 figures. And she gets paid every month off of that. And it's a corrupt system. It's a shady system. And I don't believe that you should incentivize anybody who decides to break up their family. You should not be incentivized. If you decide to walk away, then walk away. Go.
Walk
Right?
away with what's in your
It,
pocket. And I'm
it,
sure, Trey, that a lot of women have money stashed away. Okay? Especially they have a rich husband. You don't think my dad used to give my mother a $2,000 a week allowance. I almost shitted on myself when I found out how much her allowance was. And that didn't even include to buy the food and do it. That was just money for her. And don't you know that my mom had an account and she says she would put a little bit of that money away, right? For just in case. Just in case. But just in case we needed money, just in case her mother needed money, but she had a stash. So you're telling me if I marry a rich man and he gives me an allowance, you best believe I'm going to put away some money. I am. That's just a survivor's mode thing. It could be for us. I'm not going to hide it from him. I'm going to tell him, look, I'm putting some in. And he'll probably say, no, baby, we don't. But you just never know. But now this man got a promotion during the separation, and now she's enjoying off. Do you see that she was the problem? Do you see that after 2 months he was doing so much better that he got promoted? So to me, that shows me that it was good that he left her because she wasn't doing him no good. All these years he never got a promotion, but as soon as she's out the picture, she got a promotion. Do you see that, Trey?
well, I mean, yeah. I mean, it's one of the things I keep trying to explain to men is that you're going to make more money as you age. It's very rare that a man maxes out his salary in his 20s. Typically max out more towards your 40s and 50s, where you start to make more money as you get older. So if you're getting married in your 20s and you're putting in 20 years of marriage and you've only made more money during the 20 years of marriage, but she's going to feel entitled to that. And she's going to feel like she helped you get to that point. This is the reason why alimony has to be abolished from top to bottom. You have to get rid of it altogether. And it will actually make women think twice about getting married, knowing that they don't get anything out of it. If you tell a woman there's no benefit to you getting married monetarily, I guarantee you women won't get married. A lot of these women get married in these situations based on what the man has or what he may potentially have in the future. And a lot of these women say, oh, well, I won't, I didn't marry him for his money. Bullshit. Of course you did. Of course you did. Because if that weren't the case, you'd marry a homeless man and you live in a box out on the street. If it wasn't about money, it's always about money. It's always going to be about money, and that's never going to change. So the fact is that men are being, in my opinion, it's almost predatory at this point, where men are being sought out based on their ability to earn. And a lot of people say, well, they're not earning right now. Of course not. I'm not expecting for a 27-year-old to be earning $100,000 a year. That's ridiculous. But come back and talk to me when he's 45. How much money is he making now at 45? Well, the problem is that he got married when he was 28 and now he's 45. So he's been married for 17 years. And if the divorce laws are the way they are and she's entitled to half of that in alimony, we're talking about a woman who's going to get 8.5 years of alimony. That's ridiculous. That's utterly ridiculous.
I think it is too. And it's just crazy because it cripples the man. Some men can't recover. Like my old supervisor, he was struggling. He was door dashing and Ubering and working just to make ends meet because he's still going to be a man because he was dating my girl and he was still. But come on, and while you sitting at home just collecting a check, shit, I did everything wrong, bro. I look at some of these women and I'm like, what is going on here? What is really going on here? But I think y'all men need to do better too, Trey. Stop falling for the fat ass and big titties and pretty face. Really vet the women. Do you make her prove to you that she really loves you for you and not her and not your money? But a lot of times, Trey, men lead with money. So what do you expect? Oh, she's a gold digger. But all you did was flash your jewelry and your money and your cars and bragged and gave her trips and shopping sprees. So you setting the precedence. You setting yourself up. Start small and go a little big. But a lot of guys, you know this, Trey, they lead with money and then cry at the end of the night like, oh, she used me, she took me for my money. I mean, I know you saw it, but you were blinded by the pretty face and the fat ass. I mean, would you agree that some of that happens as well? And you can chime in anytime, Lamont, if you're still on there.
Well, yeah, I mean, obviously there's always going to be men who are who are who, um, who are infatuated with and lustful about body parts. Um, the, the, that's never really going to change either. That's been that way since you can go all the way back to Roman times. Men have been blinded by a woman's beauty. The issue really is that does that entitle her to his money? That's the real question. Is that if she uses her beauty to get him to marry her, and he uses his money to entice her, does that entitle her to the money should the relationship or the marriage break down? The reasons why people get together will always be vast and different, right? Some people get together because they have commonalities and weird things. Maybe it's cosplay or video games or traveling or whatever reasons they decide to get together. But if there's a breakdown in the marriage, does that entitle somebody to money, to some sort of spousal support at the end is the question. And a lot of the times the answer should be a resounding no. But because the government has taken a stance that they're not going to put women and children out on the street, somebody has to foot that bill. And the only people that's going to have to foot that bill are men. So the question really truly is should men be getting married at all, regardless of your financial status at
And
the moment?
that's so sad. That is so sad that men are up to that feeling right now, that why the hell should we get married? There is, and as hard as some of us content creators try to push for marriage, because we know that that's what works, the family unit, you know, and the fact that men are being discouraged not to get married because of the fact that they can lose everything is really sad. Grace, no black woman wife gives $2,000 a week from a black man husband. Do you understand that? You had privileges. Will you admit it? Not to disrespect you, but can't deny that is much money a black girl's mom had not. I mean, yeah, I mean, I can agree with you, but again, you're the one that keeps talking about black women and black men. I'm talking about people and men and women in general, Travel One. You're the one that always wants to close it into the black race. And then that's why these people out here think that I'm a black woman basher. I don't specifically say black women. I just say women. And my mom would admit it to you. My mom admits it and said, I did not come to this country to marry no broke man. I was already rich in the Dominican Republic, and she had a plan, and she executed that plan. She worked at the factory where my dad worked. She was the only single one. And what did she do? She bought him food. She cooked for him, and she got him wrapped around her finger, and 42 years later they were married. Meaning black girls couldn't imagine her mom getting $2K a week, let alone $2K a month. So black women advocates know this, Grace, and they know black men history, and BMU is a black man who bashes black women. Oh wow. I don't think he bashes black women. I just think he speaks a lot of truth. And again, if it doesn't apply, let it fly.
Nope. He does bash black women. Now what you gonna do, Travel One? So what? So what? You always say dumb shit and you expect for somebody. So what? He bashes black women. Now what? Some of y'all deserve to be bashed. Some of y'all act so abhorrently during the day that you deserve everything that black men say about you. Don't believe me? All you gotta do is go on social media. I just saw a video of Meg Thee Stallion had a concert. She had a black teen girl come up on the stage. And what is the first thing the black girl did? She started twerking. She started twerking, and Meg had to stop her. And I'm like, well, why are you stopping her, Meg? She just following behind you. You set a poor and ridiculous standard. and image. She just doing what you did. She figures she watches you pop your coochie on the stage all night. Why can't she do it?
But you don't see that, Lady D, huh?
No, we want to act like we don't want to bash. No, some of y'all deserve to get bashed. And
Well, I'm not.
I'm tired of black men bending the knee to women. No, you deserve to get bashed, and you're gonna get bashed. And ain't a goddamn thing you can do about it but cry. Deal with it.
And she goes on to say, well, I'm not married. Yeah, we see why you're not married. And have worked since the age of 19. Old. Okay, I've worked since the age of 14, and I didn't even have to work because remember, I was privileged, but I chose to work because I got tired of my dad giving me everything. Found out last week that I have 3 lifetime retirement checks waiting for me. And the purpose of you putting up that up here is what? You're leading with money? You are on a black man channel who bashes black women with vitriol and vigor, and they get excited about degrading black women. Travel
Black women
one.
degrade themselves day in and day out. Every single day, y'all degrade yourselves. Every day. So don't get mad because somebody else is doing what y'all do to yourselves. How about y'all stop degrading yourselves first? Maybe somebody else will have some respect for you.
Click on the next 2 comments because they're good. Go ahead. I mean, you know. Oh well, you Negro men have everything but a house and a business. What are you prenumpting?
Our future.
Trey, you need to find something to do. You waste a lot of time whining about black women don't do and they shouldn't for you.
Nope. And I'm not going to stop. Next. I mean, I don't understand why she writes this. I don't give a shit what she says. I'm not going to stop doing nothing. And you can't stop me.
Black men are suffering the consequences in real time. Get you a passport, Trey.
I do have one. I've had a passport for over 20. I've had one for over 20 years. But next point. She's stupid. She's just a dumb woman, bro. Like there's nothing to keep talking about. She's just a silly, goofy ass woman who doesn't know what she's talking about. She has no facts, stats, or data to back up anything she says. Everything she says is feelings, how she feels at the moment. Nothing.
Exactly, Trey, and don't take accountability. And I also want to let you know, Travel One, that I have seen non-black family members or other people outside to have money and give their wives an allowance. You see, y'all grew up in the world. I guess I'm the minority, but I'm used to seeing that. Okay, that's nothing new to me because that's what I surrounded myself with. That's what I've been around with. I know I'm single now, but when I was married, I hung out with married people. You know, I stayed in my corner. I didn't hang. I was a business owner. I hung out with other business owners. My dad used to tell me who your friends are, and I'll tell you who you are. So if you want to elevate yourself and hang out with rich people and rich men, you got to be around them. You got to position yourself. That's not the norm. Okay, that's not the norm, but it still doesn't change the fact that these alimony laws are bogus. No, black men rappers started this, and that's the leadership. Black men have deviant behaviors, and women don't. Well, black fathers didn't do that, Grace. Okay. I mean, you're bringing up everything black, but I was bringing up overall in general. Again, and I said my disclaimer in the beginning of the show. If it doesn't apply, let it fly. But you guys want to nitpick everything, but deep down inside, you know the system is fucked up. You know that is not right. How in the hell we think that it's okay to take 40% of a man's salary, plus half of everything, plus child support, plus health insurance, plus life insurance? Why the fuck would a man want to get married? Why? Why would a man want to get married when he's already walking into 80% failure rate? Trey, respond to those messages for your boy.
Which messages? I did. I thought I did.
Well, I just got a notification that Kamala Harris got nominated. How the hell did this happen without a primary? You see how they be just doing shit?
Yeah, because they just use the delegates. That's why I keep telling people keep saying, "Oh, the votes don't matter." You don't mean okay. I keep thinking that nonsense. They just literally skipped over the whole democratic process and just picked her.
I'm
I
like,
told you
really?
they were going to have a virtual roll call, and that's how they did it. They did it a virtual roll call, and 4,700 delegates had to make a decision. I'm not sure if she needed a majority or if she needed all. I'm not completely sure, but
Well, I just got the notification. She's officially in. Now I want to see who her running mate is going to be. That's going to be a good one. That's going to be a good one. Did you watch that speech on Thursday? That was a good ad. I don't mean to be off track. I should have talked about that speech. Maybe I'll do a show about that. But that was brilliantly done. I don't know about y'all guys, but Trump is a smart, clever, conniving. I mean, he's smart. He tugged on Americans' heartstrings and emotions on that speech, 92 minutes long. God bless his heart. But anyway, to me, he won the presidency July 13, 2024, when his attempted assassination. So all y'all Dems, can think that there's going to be a race, but Trump already bagged that. You might as well y'all just pack it up and go home. This is going to be the first time in my life that I vote Republican, and yeah, Trump 2024, y'all. I may lose some subscribers or whatever, but I'm tired. I'm tired. I'm tired of the inflation. I'm tired of the wars. I'm tired of everything that's going on, and I'm not going to take my chance again with the Democratic Party. It's the lesser of the two evils. He may be a jerk. He may be vulgar. He may be a pig, but you know what? They were, just like he said in his speech, Afghanistan didn't mess with us for 18 months. There were no wars going on in Russia. Inflation wasn't this when did he handle some things wrong? Yeah, he did. He's not perfect. He's human. But anyway, back to the lecture at hand. We got some more. Let's see. Cause it's true, Grace. You know nothing about how black girls grow up. You just want to please and get acceptance from black men. They are using you, Grace. You could have been married to an Indian prince by now. Oh my God. First of all, I'm half Dominican. And if you don't realize that has some type of African descent, then I don't know what to tell you. And second of all, yes, I have been around. That's all I've been around all my life besides my family. I worked and took care of my family. I was a motherfucking provider, boss bitch. And you're still alone. And you're still sleeping alone in your bed, lonely as hell with a rose. So... And while your three boys are married with kids and living their life, I told my 5-year-old grandson, buy a car when you turn 16, boo. Okay. Whatever. I don't know how this adds to the conversation. But Lady D, your 3 sons are happily married with kids, and you go home to an empty bed with a battery-powered toy. Good luck
Lady
with
D,
that.
Are your 3 kids married to black women? I'm curious.
Probably not.
I'm curious. I have a funny feeling.
Travel once says, so you don't want a man? Black man will keep you waiting. Tried to tell you, Grace. Of course I want a man, but I'm gonna take the man that's fit for me. I'm gonna take the man that's fit for me. I mean, like yesterday, what was it? A native Mexican American man tried to holler at me, and he looks nothing of what I'm used to. I said, you know what? Let me try it. Let me get out of my comfort zone. We talking or whatever, but it just, Lady D, that's some work, but not a flex. Thank you, Lana. Look, I'm gonna take what fake news. I'm gonna take whatever God sends me. Travel One and Lady D. And I know he's going to send me one. I'm not stressing it. I'm not worried about it. I have my DMs are filled, but you know what? I'm looking for quality, not quantity, especially at my age. So I'm good for now. I'm good. Trust me. I already Irish thing. I was married for 12 years. I have one child. I didn't go popping babies here and there because I knew. I knew. I knew I wasn't gonna straddle myself for 2, 4, 5. Nah, bro. One and I'm done. Oh, I would have had two, but I miscarried one. But that's neither here or there. I believe in prenups. I believe in postnups. I believe in protecting yourself. So men, and I say this a lot, men, protect your seed, your last name, your money, and your peace. And at the end of the night, it's exactly what Trey be telling everybody is why get married. And that's really sad because after reading this and doing this research, he's right. What incentive does a man have to get married? What incentive does a man have to get married? The only thing I can think of is his kids. That's it. That's the
You'd be
only
better
thing
off
that I
spending
can.
money. You'd be better off spending the
What?
money on a surrogate. The same money you're gonna spend throughout that marriage, and if you eventually do go to a divorce, and you have to get an attorney, the same money that you would spend, you'd probably be better off getting a surrogate and not having to worry about a woman at all. And I know that's a radical idea, but if you do the math, how much money are you going to spend on a woman over the course of a marriage? And so if you getting with a woman just to get married, just to have kids, you're going to wind up, if it goes left and you get a divorce, most people don't realize child support is written into the divorce decree in most states. Most states you don't get to argue your child support. It's automatically written in. A lot of people don't know that, especially here in Maryland. That's how it's done. So you getting married for the purpose of having this family, you're putting yourself at a huge disadvantage. If a kid is what you want, like, you'd be better off spending the money and just hiring a surrogate to have a child for you. That way you don't have to ever worry about going to family court.
So that means that the father will have to take 100% of custody and raise them on its own from day one.
And it can be done. It's done all the time. It's not the norm. It's not how it's normally done, but it can be done. The message has to
Yeah.
be sent to women. The message has to be sent to women that the system benefits you, and men are sick and tired of the system benefiting you. While you guys scream from the mountaintops about equality and fairness, it cannot be
No,
equal and
that's
fair to
only
you when it
circumstantial.
benefits. Yeah, when it benefits you, that's when it's equal and fair. When it doesn't benefit you, then it's a problem. So let's make it equal and fair. How about we don't marry you at all? We can still have a family. Hell, I thought about doing it. Just I want another kid, and I said if I really wanted another kid, I would just get a surrogate.
Damn. Lana, my kids are all homeowners and married. Let me flex in peace, boo, and show you what God loves. Your man can do the same for you, boo. Lady D, you have nothing to fucking flex about because when you get old, now the burden is on your kids. And that burden should not be on your kids. That should be on your man. Oh, but you don't have one of those. Black women aren't stressed either. That's what black men want. Black women will continue and marry the right man for the job. Candace O is a prime example. Black man can't stand her either.
That's not
Well,
true. Black men
that's
love
not
Candace.
true.
So what are you talking about? What are you talking about? This
A
is what I
lot of
mean.
black,
Just be yapping. Black men love Candace Owens.
I like Candace Owens. And then you're picking somebody that is not the norm. Yes, she's married to a white man. Yes, she's not, she is the minority, not the majority. My kids all got retirement plans. That's why my son gets to be a lady. D, shut up. You're just a waste. You really are. Go get a life.
Yeah, Kamala's married to a white man too. That's what y'all do. That's what y'all do.
Exactly.
And listen,
And
I'm perfect. I'm it doesn't bother me one bit. Go right on ahead. Because the problem is what you guys don't realize is there isn't enough white men for y'all. The majority of y'all will not end up with a white man. It's only the minority of you. And white men are diabolical. There's a woman who did a whole documentary on how her white husband left for Brazil and never came back. They are diabolical. When they want what they want, they are out on y'all. They will chuck y'all to deuces. See, white men don't give a damn about getting rid of everything. They'll give you all of that shit. Just take it all. I want to be free of you. I just want to be free of you. I don't care. Take it all.
That's just us melanated people that we cherish more materialistic shit and possessions over peace. The white man don't give a shit. Pussy got meat market expiration date stickers on it. Ooh, Lord child. BMU 8. So you're right, Trey. The white man don't give a shit about starting true. It is true. Black men have talked about her like a dog. Travel One, they talked about Jesus like a dog. What do you expect? What do you expect? They may talk about her like a dog, but she's getting paid. She got her family. She got her kids, and she's good to go. While 80% of women are initiating divorces. While women are initiating divorces, 80% of children are born out of wedlock in the melanated community. Why is it that y'all can't just stop having babies? Since you want to corner this into black, why is it that people can control how many kids they got except for us? Or, the melanated community. Look at that lady, and I am going to do a show about that. Look at that lady bragging about how she got 7 kids from 7 different men, and she gets $3,000 in food stamps. That's cute. That's a representation of black women. What do you have to say about that? Do you hold her accountable? Do you hold her accountable for having 7 bastard children? And bragging about how much she gets in food stamps, where there's people out here working 2 jobs just to make it and to be able to buy food? But you out here bragging? I mean, make that make sense. Black men are just diabolical. Trace, it's in your voice. No, let's most black women, man is only going to leave her a burial bill, begging everyone in the church and internet to help her bury his ass. Well, how about you take responsibility and get a life insurance policy? Huh? Since you're so smart and you have everything in order. Yes, she has it all. That's why Trey's comments are null and void. Black women have access to hypergamy. I know I said that word totally wrong, but it's all good. Lana, yes, I guess they wanted a better life. Lady D, you have so much. At least Travel One brings up stuff that can bring up conversation. You got to come correct. Travel One got you beat. You have nothing of substance to say. We only keep you up here because you're entertainment. You break the ice. Oh, and by the way, I'm gonna say it again. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share to be Black Man Unfiltered, and also don't forget to like, subscribe, and share to my channel, Embrace the Grace. Drop a cash app if you like the conversation. Damn, $3,000 for grocery a month. Yup, I did the math, A-team, and that's $375 per person. At Embrace, I saw one today. The lady has 10 kids from 10 one-night stands, all different daddies. That's disgusting. It really is. And we're supposed to embrace that, Edward? We're supposed to be okay with that? Hi, Braxton. How are you, Papa? We're supposed to be okay with that? I had 1 kid. 1. And they turned me down for food stamps. Oh, we can give you Medicaid. No, I don't need Med. He has insurance. I need to feed him. He eats a lot. And they turned me down. Talking about I make too much money, but I'm an American. I've been working since I was 14 years old and didn't have to work. I chose to work. And I get denied. But a motherfucker from Ukraine gets $2,000 a month, free housing, free food, cash, everything. Where does that make sense? Where does that mean? I believe in helping people, but what the fuck are you doing to help yourself? Why would that lady with 7 kids go get a job? Her whole paycheck will go in daycare. It's just easier to lay down and pop out another baby. One turns 18, you have another one. Another one turns 18, you have another one. Edward Gilbert, most black men got more kids than that and don't claim none of them. Wrong. 50% of African American black men, no, 54 are childless and single, Lady D. No, do your homework. Do your research. Black men like creating baby mamas. That is known around the world. Very irresponsible. Grace, come on now. There's a black man who wants to have a ridiculous number of children. He's in the same cult. Travel One, I'm going to say this as many times as I have to tell you. A woman can only get pregnant if you allow Pookie to impregnate you. A woman can only get pregnant if you allow a man to impregnate you. It's your body, right? So if you do not want to get pregnant, it is your responsibility to take the necessary steps and preventive measures to avoid getting impregnated. Come on, man. Let's.
What are women responsible for? What do women do?
Most black men is only going to leave. Oh, we read that one already. BMU. We read that one too already. Those men are disgusting too. I mean, like, I hate what Nick Cannon is doing. He thinks because he got money and he can take care of these kids that is cute. He actually did a skit about it. And I think it's disgusting. I think it's giving kids a wrong message. Travel One, who forced them to open their legs? Exactly, Miss Lana.
Boom.
And then you went as far as let him shoot up the club, and now you're complaining that he made you. I tell my son all the time, don't make a woman a single mother. If you're not ready to have kids, then you better strap it up. I mean, when is it that we're going to take accountability for shit? When is it? Trey, Travel One says, stop worrying about black women. Why do you care? You said you didn't care because he has a black daughter. Because he has a daughter.
I'm not going to stop. There's nothing you can do about it.
He has a black daughter. Force does happen. So watch the headlines. And now we're talking about something totally different.
No.
Okay.
No, I'm not letting her get away with that. You can go check the FBI statistics. Force doesn't happen. Nice try though. I sent BMU the statistics from the FBI database on assaults of the sexual nature. It ain't what you think it is. Nice try though. It's cute.
Here's a good one. Edward Gilbert, most of you men were not raised to be husbands and fathers. You want somebody in the house to box and argue with. Okay, Lady D, I'm going to rip this shit apart. First of all, they were raised without you. They weren't raised to be husbands because they're being raised by single mothers. Single mothers can't raise a husband. That's what a father is for. Where did it go, George?
I'm kind of retarded.
I mean, if there's no man in the house, how are we going to teach the boy to be a husband? No, we teach him to be Rainbow Coalition. We teach him to be emotional. We teach him to be simps.
I don't know how to hog tie people. What would I hog tie?
Exactly. I made sure when me and my ex separated, I made sure that I surrounded him with his coaches. I surrounded him with the pastor. I surrounded him with his godfather. I kept surrounding him with testosterone. He just graduated high school. He stayed with me for a week. Where he at? At his daddy house for the summer. So he can have those last minute talks with him before he goes to college. I truly believe that a woman needs to let go of her son by the time they turn 7 or 8 years old. Now it's time for the father to take over as far as raising him and teaching him things. We can't teach a man how to be. I could teach him how to be a good man, but I can't teach him how to be a man. And I knew that. And a lot of the things that I taught him were things that I heard all the men in my family teach the men in the family. I would have the same exact conversations. I would hang out with guys like Trey, and I'd be like, yo, Trey, come pick up Jordan. He acting up right now. I had a best friend who was a cop, Trey, and he helped me a lot with him. See him walking down the street, we'd pick him up. They'd have a conversation. When he was real small, a car got broken into and he was having nightmares because he was scared that the guy didn't get caught yet. So I made him pull up in full uniform and tell him that he did get caught. He slept for the first time. So there's a lot of other men that you can utilize in your life if there's not a man in your household. But we don't even do that. We put him in stripper pole dancing classes. That's what we doing. We're twerking in the bathroom with our 3 young sons on social media. That's what we doing. We're leaving the babies at home to go on a 10-day cruise and leaving our babies alone. That's what we doing. Why don't you put all of that in your comments, Lady D? Why don't you put that? No, of course not, because God forbid if fucking women take accountability. You can't stop black women speaking either, Trey. Never will.
Yeah, you
and
can
you're
thank
right,
men.
Trey.
No.
Go ahead.
You can thank men for that, because trust me, if we wanted to go about and make women be quiet, we could. But the only thing that's stopping us is other men. Be very clear about that. You're not in control of that, Travel One. If we wanted to shut you up, we could, because you can't do anything with men. The only thing that's stopping us is the other men who within the patriarchy who are giving you guys the freedom to speak. So again, you're welcome.
I mean, Travel One, who gave you the rights that you have now? Men. That house that you sleep in, who built it? Men. That car that you're driving, who built it? Men. When you turn on the lights, who goes up in the little bucket when the lights go out and there's a hurricane or a tornado? Men. When you call 911, 92% of the time, it's men. So I don't understand how y'all women can be out here talking about men are useless, men ain't shit. We don't need a man when it's men that has built this infrastructure for what's up, Smitty? How you doing, baby boy? Thank you for coming. I appreciate you. Don't forget to press the like button. This is what I don't understand, how a lot of y'all women, I'm not saying what color skin women, a lot of y'all women really feel that men ain't shit. Thank who the white men. You need to thank the white men, Trey, that you have any rights.
Okay, cool.
But who gave you rights? Okay, Trey will thank the white man, but who gave you rights, Travel One? Them same white men.
Right.
But at the end of the day, it was a man.
It was a man. That's the point.
I mean, you see, that's what I'm trying to show y'all women. And with good intentions and with pure intentions, I just want y'all to smile a little bit more. I want y'all to say thank you a little bit more. I want you to appreciate men, because they go through a lot, Travel One. They go through a lot. You just don't see it. Because they're not allowed to show their emotions. Or right away, they're sassy. Or they're gay. I mean, I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it, and I don't get it. And I hate the fact, I mean, Trey, I'm going to always advocate for marriage because I'm thinking about the kids. But I understand why the fuck y'all don't get married. Because if I know that I'm going into something that already got a 74% failure rate and have the chance of being taken half of everything that I worked hard for, why would a man want to get married?
I mean, you're right.
Why?
I mean, the numbers just don't support it.
Trey, you're as young as you are, and you already feel that way. Imagine the men in my age bracket; they will choose peace over pussy any day.
Any
Grace,
day.
again, BMU is a black man, and he is a black woman basher.
You already said that. Now you're just repeating yourself. We got it. Okay, he's a basher. Now what? You're just repeating yourself at this point.
Yes, Travel. Yes, Travel knows. Just wanted to make sure Trey knew why he's free. The white man say it louder, Trey.
Okay, but do you know Travel One? What do you know? Because all you know is that black men do everything wrong. That's all you know. And I'm done with Travel One. Travel One is as close to a retard as I've ever seen in my life. So I'm done. I got nothing else with Travel One because you lowering my IQ. So
I'm kind of retarded.
Smitty's Corner said, I don't go by those numbers personally, but I respect those who do. Which numbers, Smitty? Because I said a lot of stuff about the divorce rate and stuff like that. I mean, I get it, but you have to go by numbers because the numbers don't lie. I mean, they really don't. People are getting married older now. People are refusing to get married. Yes, the prenup protected me, but at the end of the day, he lived a good life while he was with me. You know what I'm saying? Because I got out of that mind. Travel knows Trey is lonely. I don't think that's the case, Travel One, because Trey has made himself eligible. He retired at the age of 35. So he ain't got nothing but time to be here chilling with us. Black men don't like morals. Do black women do? I mean, everything is black, 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 black. You talk about black men don't have morals, but do black women do? Or do women in period? Do men period? Stop trying to corner this, because this is how you get me cornered, and then people clip me, and then they try to show that I'm a black woman basher, and that's not the case. It sounds boring, but whatever. I get it. But at the end of the day, I am going to tell my son, make sure you got a prenup. Make sure you vet her well. I got people in the FBI in offices, and I am going to do a total check on her, because you know what? I feel the same way. I'll be damned if I did all this work to raise a nice young man, and he did his part and worked on his purpose for somebody to just swoop in and take half. Nah. That half is for my grandson or granddaughter. That's who deserves the money. The children. Not no grown-ass and able person. You don't want to go to work? Then don't get divorced. You want to keep living the lifestyle that you got? Then stay married. But you can't have your cake and eat it too. And you're getting it right now. But let me tell you, things are changing. Men are opening their eyes. Stop comparing black women to black men. Black women are not men. Stop saying that black men are useless. You believe what you believe, Travel, and I believe what I believe. And that's why, because of the way I am, I can call somebody right now if I need anything. They'll be right here. But let me call a chick. I'll hear every excuse in the book. And doesn't necessarily have to mean it's somebody that I've been with intimately or so. It's because I just simply respect men. I know how to talk to them. I know how to ask for things. I know how to talk to them nicely. But I would always ask God first. If I run out of gas, you think a chick is going to come bring me gas? Hey, Tyrone, how are you, baby? Thank you for coming. I appreciate you. Sounds boring was a Trey comment. Why are you on dates, Trey? Well, Trey still has to get laid. I mean, come on now. My boy is young, vibrant, handsome, got money. He still got to get laid. Got to feed a bitch before he gets some. Isn't that what y'all say? Got to spend $200-$300. Trey gonna buy you a smoothie and go for a walk at the beach and call it a day, right, Trey? Oh, I crack myself up. I really do. All right. So with that being said, I mean, I'm not. Travel is all for God, Grace. Embrace the grace. You know, when I was 14, when I first heard "I am the father and mother," raised eyebrow, and I knew that made zero sense. Exactly. Exactly. Travel One said he's cheap. He may be cheap, but he got money. Travel One feels empowered until her batteries die in her. Oh hell. Edward, be nice. Lady D got quiet. I ain't hear from her. But you guys, I'm not gonna keep hitting this on a dead horse. I showed that video. I showed you what Kenya's doing. Okay? And I hope that some politicians out here take heed to this message. Shout out to my baby girl, my queen. Love it. If y'all don't know who this is, y'all better go check her out. Take heed to the message. She is one savvy, classy, hood, intelligent woman, and I love her because I learn a lot from her. And she's a black woman, and she talk real shit every morning. Get your daily dose. I be on crack when I be missing her. I be missing my fix. I'm thinking of changing my whole work schedule just so I can check her out every morning because I don't like seeing replays. I like seeing things in live. But y'all go check her out. She is one of our awesome content creators on the BMU network. She's here every Tuesday night on Flipping Tables, on the panel. So please go definitely check her out. And guys, again, with closing out, I'm going to give you my final thoughts. And then I'm just going to give a shout out to all the content creators. Trey, are you still there with me, Papa? All right, so he's gone. So I'll just give you my final thoughts. My final thoughts is to the men is that I still personally believe in marriage. I think it's something that is good for the community, but you must take hell of preventive measures and protect yourself. To all my men out there here, whether you're black, white, Martian, polka dot, alien, protect yourself. Protect your seed, protect your money, protect your name, and protect your peace. Really get to know the woman that you're with. Really get to know them. And I know nothing in life is 100% guaranteed, but you got to at least try for the sake of the children, because children do deserve to have a mother and a father. So be careful. Learn the laws and the divorce laws and the marriage laws in your state. Educate yourself, for ignorance is no excuse. Okay? Get the premarital counseling. And always, always make sure God is a part of your relationship. Because without God, nothing is possible. With God, everything is possible. So with that being said, I'd like to give a shout out to everybody that came through, engaged, commented, like, subscribe, share. I'm still trying to get to 1,000 subscribers by November 7th. Grace, tell me, these men to follow God and not their lust? Okay, again, single mothers, are you taking your sons to church? Are you showing them the Bible? Thanks for your time and wisdom, Grace. Be safe. Thank you, 18. You have become an awesome, awesome moderator and part of the family of BMU, and I'm happy to see you here supporting everybody. So once again, guys, I am Embrace the Grace, and I am here on the Black Man Unfiltered Network, causing mayhem every Monday. Make sure you guys check out our Pain before my show on Monday. Tuesday is Lit and BMU, Flipping Tables with an awesome, awesome panel. Wednesday is JT What We Know podcast. Thursdays is the awesome new ladies, queens of BMU. Go check them out. Friday is Barbershop Talk. Saturday is Miss Jenny and Alexis from Texas. And Sunday is my guy, Mr. Bennett, and Grooming and Reviews. We got something for everyone every day of the week. So make sure you like and subscribe, all your content creators. Make sure you show some love and drop them a cash app. And just being here, we thank you. We love you. And with that being said, you guys, y'all take care. Have a good night. Close it out. Close it out, Black Man Unfiltered. Thank you, friends.